Our Sanctum seat ventilation system is a semi-universal product that upgrades your existing seats to have both heating and cooling. This system was developed by Gentherm with the same technology used in the best OEM seat ventilation systems and can be integrated into most vehicles that have room in the seats to mount the components. Each ventilation unit includes the parts for both the bottom cushion and backrest of a single seat. If you're planning on upgrading both front seats, you'll need multiple units. We're installing the system here in a 3rd gen Toyota Tacoma double cab at the same time as upgrading the cloth to one of our leather trimmed upholstery kits in single tone black with matching black stitching. Toyota doesn't currently offer factory seat ventilation in any trim level of the Tacoma, and their leather trimmed options are only available on the factory limited and TRD Pro trims. Since we're already upgrading the upholstery in this truck, our customer wanted to use the opportunity to install seat ventilation as well. This system operates by drawing air from a centrifugal blower to a thermoelectric device, or a TED unit, which uses the Peltier effect to create a temperature differential between two junctions in the TED to actually heat or cool the air going into the distribution pads, depending on one of the 6 settings with the provided switch. The air from the opposite junction then gets exhausted to the other exhaust port, typically routed under or behind your seat. In order for this system to function properly, we manufactured the replacement upholstery kit with perforation, as well as a high-flow reticulated insert backing. This combination allows air to freely flow through the upholstery. When the Sanctum seat ventilation system is purchased with one of our perforated upholstery kits, we sew in the reticulated insert backing free of charge. If you're planning on integrating this system in your own existing perforated upholstery, this reticulated foam is also available for purchase on its own. The Tacoma seat is really optimal for this integration because of the overall internal space of the seat and the design of the inserts. As you can see, we've actually trenched the factory foam so that the distribution pad lays flush and doesn't affect the shape of the seat once it's reupholstered. The distribution pad can be cut and modified to fit your insert. In some cases like this, you may need to float a horizontal attachment point to get use of the majority of the pad. For this attachment listing, we determined it was not necessary for the final fitment of the upholstery. This is what the distribution pads look like in stock form. However, in order to achieve a more optimal airflow coming through the TED units, we recommend you cut additional ventilation holes in the surface of the distribution pads. We do not provide vehicle-specific instructions. However, be sure to check out the full installation video and the general instruction guide we put together that shows the overall process. This is a highly advanced process and requires a mechanically experienced installer with 12-volt experience who's not afraid to get creative and out of the box with solutions for mounting this system. Here we're looking inside the backrest of the seat where the TED and the blower are mounted. The centrifugal blower pushes air to the TED, sending heated or cooled air into the distribution pad depending on the settings of your switch. The exhaust is then directed down and out beneath the seat. We prefer to center the TED when possible, but depending on your seat design, especially electric seats with more complex lumbar systems, you may need to find an alternate location. For this seat, we were able to mount the TED and the blower to the seat springs using zip ties. Not every application is going to be this convenient, so depending on what you're working with, you may need to get creative and fabricate your own custom mounting brackets. For seats with closed back upholstery, we like to repurpose the included exhaust bezel as an air intake to provide sufficient air for the system. Installation of these components on the bottom cushion is fairly similar to the backrest. We still prefer to center the TED if possible. Each of our Sanctum seat ventilation system also includes a single control module, which is basically the brains of the unit where everything plugs into. We prefer to mount these on the bottom of the seat because it allows for easier access and there's typically more room to mount. Obviously, this is just a general overview of this system. However, we do have several other resources linked in the description below, including a full installation video and a general instructional guide. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to give any of us a call at 866-NEW-SEAT or email us at sales@LeatherSeats.com. If you like this type of content, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.